here with you as well.
Okay.
Now we are going to the finals actually.
Right away?
Right away.
Away.
We
Let's
are-
go.
Yeah, we are going to see Slimefoot and
It's about
Squee.
time. Let's
It's
see
true.
who commander is the best.
Right, and our boys are preparing
Yeah.
right now, so let's just give them a little bit of time. Ooh, we also have some questions. No reason to buy Tamyo. Tamyo about to get banned anyway. Yeah, we see a lot of Tamyo hate, honestly.
Yeah.
We
which is
understand you
kind of
guys.
preferable because we get to see the power
Absolutely.
of the deck. But I want to also say that since we had those mirror matchups,
Yeah.
we also saw the Tamyo lose. So saw
That's
the
true.
weakness of the deck when
And
but
one Tamyo lost with the Slimefoot, don't forget that.
it doesn't take that much imagination thinking the Tamyo could be beaten by the other decks, because what the Tamyo, especially in the last game, was defeated by
Yeah.
was simple by resolving creatures.
Just
Like,
honest
Ledger
magic, as
Shredder
Richard Garfield
resolves.
intended.
Okay, it's here. I don't have an answer. Tarmogoyf, okay, it's in play. I don't have an answer. I get beaten by it.
Absolutely.
Turn and turn again. Cannot find the answer because I am not enough clues.
Right.
And I just die. And that was because basically the Tameo as its weakest, or
You
like the weak performance.
You're
of the deck.
absolutely right. And that's the problem of playing basically mono blue with a green splash for some cards. You have only a lot of counter spells, maybe some bounce spells, maybe some, frogify effects, but you don't have like heavy interaction when the creature hits board already. You don't have a board wipe, you don't have spot removal. That's quite good.
If you increase the one type of the interaction, you increase your consistency. But let me put it this way: when your opponents plays cards, not many of them resolve, but
Absolutely.
those who resolve have the impact.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And you usually just cannot find the answer. So you really have to thought about what to answer or not. And if there is something like coming in, then you have a problem.
Yeah, and honestly, I was surprised how much I enjoyed the mirror match. Like I expected, 2 super long games, just 2 people countering everything, but it was quite interesting.
Well,
honestly.
it's a dual commander,
Yeah,
and
it's-
we are
it's-
casting this amazing event.
All
so
right.
it's really difficult to not be
To
so
not be
hyped
fun,
again.
that's true,
Yeah,
guys, yes.
semifinals, and after all those games, all this time, we are nearing the finish.
No,
and
right.
I think we had one Bulgarian 4.
Absolutely.
But other than that, we didn't see much decks not doing its thing.
Absolutely,
Like,
absolutely.
we have the inconsistency of 100 card singleton, but we saw decks performing really well. We saw
Absolutely.
some crazy decks, some incredible
Like the
plays.
first sliver, for example,
Yeah.
that was just a doozy.
Exiling Slimefoot forever, for example.
Right, that happened on
was-
coverage.
It was the flipping the mental misstep.
Right, right, yeah.
From Nadu.
Even though there were some illegal things there, we don't have to remind ourselves how the board.
It happens, like so many things to
Yeah.
think about.
But Honza, let me ask you this
Okay.
important question.
Yeah.
Do you believe that Tamyo can be beaten in the finals? What do you think about the potential of the result?
Yeah. So, and this is pretty much, I say, kind of, it's going to be impactful, definitely, because the Slimefoot is starting.
Okay, that is an important thing. We already got to the coverage. But
yeah.
what do
Here
you
we
think?
go.
Tell us.
Slimefoot goes first, and that puts him in a definitive better position. But as we see, there is no Manador, Draman. There is
Absolutely.
Dryad Arbor, like the most weakest and most awkward Draman plays the deck
Absolutely.
can manage. But
And there is
then-
dark confidence
Yes.
on the side of the
just
unheard.
immediately repeat it. Since Lukáš has their own card advantage engine in the Tameo, the Jan gets the Dark Confidant as the card advantage engine on his own.
Absolutely,
So
absolutely.
he doesn't get so behind. And since the Dark Confidant resolved, as we talk about, the resolved creatures are a problem.
Right, absolutely.
And since also the Dark Confidant has 2 power,
Right.
he can pressure the Tameo even when she flips.
Absolutely.
And plus, uses the +1 ability, +2 ability to
Yes,
-1.
yeah.
So the result, Confidant is a trouble, and let's see how Lukáš will may perhaps deal with it.
Honestly,
perhaps not.
I believe in Jan Hurt. I believe that there is the universe, or we are in the universe where Tamyo does not win the finals.
Okay, so you are cheering.
I am
Slimefoot,
cheering
right?
for Slimefoot 100%.
Okay, I'm trying to be impartial because I have been in a Tamyo seat against Slimefoot in a difficult.
Okay, and there is a snap hitting the bob here.
No matter creatures are difficult to deal with.
Yeah.
Apparently not.
And the thing is, snap is very nice response because Lukáš is still keeping up 2 mana to
Ready
counter.
to counter.
Yeah, he's just ready to use a counter spell.
And the Confidant didn't even get a single trigger.
Yeah,
And there is the counter spell.
There is the loose focus just to get rid of that.
Let's have some place for 1 mana. Maybe killing the Tamyo. That would be good for you.
Right.
You would love to see that,
I would love
right?
to see that, but
Because-
still, in Noble Hierarch, no.
Not the worst.
Not the worst play, not the most interesting play. But I also wanted to mention that we also already had both of those players at coverage, Lukáš quite recently, but we had Jan here, and if I'm not mistaken, he was playing against the first sliver.
Yes.
I believe that was
against
so we
Sliver,
did not
right.
really see the most interaction from him because he was basically trying to play beatdown.
Yeah, and most of its interaction are removal spells, which are useless against the first level
Absolutely.
combo.
And here we see a Jetaxian Probe into Phyrexian Tower. There was a Finhorn Elf and a new card from Modern Horizons 3.
White of the
right of the
Reliquary,
Reliquary Tower, I believe. Or
White of the Reliquary.
Reliquary,
It's the play on the original
yes,
Reliquary Knight.
you're absolutely right.
Yeah. Which I love these callbacks.
Yeah,
from
those
the
are
Modern
nice.
Horizons.
Those I love. The
Stone
power
and
level
Nightmare.
of some of those cards I don't like.
Well, they tried somehow to nerf some of those cards, making them weaker than its predecessors. But in some cases, the advantage that they have, it's better. In case of Recurring Nightmare versus Recurring Nightmare, for
And
example.
the right is also quite a strong card, honestly, because because it very nicely combos together with basically the majority of the deck, and also with Squee.
Yeah, it's a free mana sacrifice you can
Right.
use to put Slimefoot in the graveyard and start
Right.
automating stuff. It is really interesting to see if we get something.
Now he just repealed a
Yeah,
Nothing.
he repealed a clue token.
a clue. This
He repealed his own clue token.
That's
so
true.
he draw a card.
and
for 1
to
mana.
flip. I wasn't certain if that was the case, but he did so, and he managed to flip Tamyo. Also,
Let's stay on the
Blitzer,
line.
which
There we
is
have
crazy.
some options. The Jet Arbor can hit the Tamyo for 1 because it has with the
there is
exalted
the
trigger.
exalted trigger, so there is the option.
But Lukáš has 2 mana available, so
Well-
maybe Jan will play Slimefoot, and it doesn't work. Tries to go in with the Jet Arbor.
Yeah, there is the try to
Okay.
play Slimefoot and Squee, which gets mana leaked. That was a little expected,
and
I must
the other
say.
is no.
Yeah, here is a
Yeah, that was a
land,
land drop. Sorry, I missed
and
that.
then
Okay.
right, okay.
Presumably a better decision because, as
Absolutely.
you said, you have another creature in play that gets bigger and bigger over time. It is 1/1 now because there are also always 1 creature
Yes.
in Jan's graveyard.
But honestly, this is the strength, or this is the way you can beat the Tamyo deck.
Yeah.
One thing gets countered, so you get another thing through.
Yeah, most of your interactions are single target counterspells.
Right.
Which means if your opponent has multiple threats, which we saw in the previous game,
Absolutely.
it is almost very hard to deal
Yeah,
with.
and this is the angle that gives you the option to deal with Tamyo.
Yeah.
Also remember that the right can actually attack and then sacrifice another creature to
We
grow
have a
itself.
fetch land there, but notably it is a green fetch land, not blue. So
Okay.
no mystical sanctuary shenanigans here.
Absolutely, but there's gonna be just a snow-covered forest
That
to
might
increase
spell something interesting. For example, Harbinger of the Tides.
Could be.
That would be really nasty.
That
to
would
to
be
the
nasty.
Yan so late in the day.
Although on the side of Jan's table there is a forest, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, there's a basic forest, but
And-
still, even with the noble ignoble here,
Yeah.
there is still one color missing. For example, one of your 3-colored cards like Slimefoot.
That's true. Now here is a Snapcaster Mage targeting Snap, snapping away
I
the
wasn't so far.
weights.
I
Well, you're not
wasn't,
wrong.
wasn't that far from the Mystical Sanctuary because I was
Right.
talking about it not being able
It does a similar thing, but notably still 2 mana on
Yes, either sacrificing the clue, finding answer, but honestly, the young herd can still pressure the Tamyo. There is the Snapcaster Mage as a blocker, but if he manages to deal with it somehow, or just goes in, that means Tamyo gets hit. Okay. for
Now
once.
Tamyo just gets hit for free.
That is not that impactful, notably,
Absolutely.
because you can still ultimate into turrets. It just means it kills your
Now
Tamyo.
there were just 2 free resolves, at least the raid resolved, and there was an attempt to cast, I presume, Fable? Right.
Yeah, Fable.
And that got countered by Spell Pierce.
There was not like not really the best play because a bunch of those counter spells, the counter non-creature spells, pay something.
Right.
So maybe there should be.
There could have been
Genhard,
the other
aside
window, right.
The Fable first.
Yeah.
But also the white was already known. and
Yeah.
The Fable was unknown. So there's the other thing.
And I'm not certain what
Okay.
is the result here, but it might be a scoop
On the Yan
on the side of Jan.
or
I'm not 100% sure. We will
It
check real
looked-
quick.
it looked there definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just to confirm and to be certain.
Have you
But
asked
yes, yeah, it was.
carefully?
Yeah. My question was who scooped,
Okay. Oh, okay.
and Jan did scoop quite quickly, and promptly even we might say. I'm not 100% certain that he. I'm not sure if there was any out for him. The Tamyo would just get to ultimates and. Then Lukash would just go to town.
The Snapcaster Mage was almost ideal play
Absolutely.
because it both proved the bounce spell on white to delay the effective, meaningful attack for a turn,
Absolutely.
as well as providing a blocker that saved the Tamyo, or not really saved Tamyo, but it forced or like was there to prevent another attack.
Absolutely.
Which would threaten
Absolutely.
the Tamyo from ultimating next turn.
And we saw the raw power of just countering
I believe
the best
Jan
stuff.
even drawn, so he saw he has no way out. He cannot prevent the Tamyo goal.
That's probably true.
And we see that even against a creature-heavy deck, the Tamyo's ultimating is a real threat.
It is because you are drawing so many cards and you are basically just saying, you can try whatever.
Yep.
I will have an answer.
And also, your like more than half of your deck are counter spells. What
Right.
else you're gonna do?
Yeah.
You don't have any creatures. All you have, or almost all you have, except the interaction, is your commander.
Yeah.
Might as well use it. And this is preferably the biggest strength of Tameo. It is multiple tools for your deck at once.
Now I'm trying to find the
First of all,
delighting
guys.
halfling that would be the most fantastic play
I see
for Jan
two
Hurt.
mana elves, a basic forest.
There is a lot of mana dorks on the side of Jan. There is the new sacrifice land we spoke
Yeah,
about
Blessed of
earlier.
Blessed of Kore
Yeah.
is the card.
And I think Courts of Calling I've seen in there.
Yeah.
We will see. Okay, so it's a land, birds, go, and both players kept hands of 7. We have very swift play.
Yeah.
I believe both players are really getting tired as well and trying to just go through it quickly. Depends.
I wouldn't mention it in the sense of mulliganing. I believe since the players are fighting for the finals,
Absolutely,
they wouldn't
absolutely.
just keep
I just
bad
meant
hands.
the swift play.
Yes, definitely. But since both players have lots of games under the belt,
Absolutely.
just today and basically like definitely
yeah.
the previous one, they really know
Yeah.
what to expect.
They are
what hands to
experienced.
have, what
Yeah.
against don't. I'm not sure about the previous start when the Jan only had the Jet Arbor. I
It's
don't
true.
know if that was not a mulligan option.
It might have been a mulligan. Okay, and
Because-
there is just land and Tamyo and pass on side of Lukáš. Quite unexpected play. Now turn
Slimefoot
3
resolved.
Slimefoot
Yes.
resolved.
Okay, game on. This
Now
is interesting.
yes, this will actually be a real game because we will see a lot of pressure coming from Slimefoot. Now, Lukáš choosing not to keep up Tamyo as a blocker and just going in the red zone for the clues.
Yeah. We'll see if there are no missed Superlink triggers.
Yeah, I hope that Jan will not miss the sapling triggers as he was missing them in the last
We
match.
see more than one.
Yeah, but
Superlink.
there is a judge present at the table, so I believe we will be putting them up. Yes, he owns more than just one. We are
Great.
happy here. All people at the coverage are
Little
cheering
mushroom
for him.
guys are going in.
Yes, and here is also
That's
land and
Something that it's
a
very hard to
glary
read.
card for us. We can't really tell, but it got man leaked. I
Yeah,
think
it
it's
was-
the raccoon. It's the new
Yeah,
raccoon
the
from Bloomberg.
keen eye,
The
something,
keen-eyed raccoon.
scavenging ooze impersonator. Yeah,
You're absolutely right. And also an Elvish Mystic on the side of Jan.
yeah, providing 5 to 6 mana next turn.
Absolutely.
Not
And
that-
also,
not that important
it can be pressure. You can just turn them to red zone and try to raise him.
until he flips them in.
Absolutely.
So, there's Tamyo. In my opinion, Jan really needs to capitalize on the getting first.
Absolutely,
Having all the
100%.
features in play already, and once that happens, we'll see where it leads. If Lukáš can, for example, deal with the situation.
I think there are options for Tamyo, but Jan really presented a strong line on his side.
And as much as we talk about 1-1s being completely useless against Tamyo when it's flipped, as we see multiple times throughout the future match, etc., the Lukáš usually sometimes minus the Tamyo.
Absolutely,
And once he
absolutely.
does that, that means every single 1-1 is suddenly online and can finish her off.
I think Lukáš very nicely understands the fact that you don't really need to plus it and just go for the ultimate.
Yeah,
But
when
in-
it's necessary.
Right,
When
but
you
in
don't
this
use it as
case,
primary
I believe
advantage.
he will usually just go for the plus ability because those 1-1s are too scary to just keep hitting Tamyo.
Yeah.
And he will never have enough blockers for them.
Yeah. And even furthermore, when you get to flip Tamyo,
Right?
it is your win condition.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So you want to go there nonetheless, no matter what
Yeah.
is going on your opponent's side. Unless you find some other threat, which we saw previous game won because of Tamyo ultimate, right?
Yeah.
And can we possibly talk about Tamyo winning by attacking? Because unless we have some flying threats, the Slimefoot will always have a faster croc or some tokens in play.
I don't believe that Tamyo could really do enough to be fast.
What do we have here? Some
Now,
4 mana.
we are trying to figure out what the card on the right is, although there is too much glare.
And also there's some foil.
Yeah, it's a foily card. We don't really know what it is.
Doesn't help much. and some strange art.
Well, we will see when it become relevant. Although it did cost 4 mana, so it should be a bidder, right?
Didn't Lukáš lose some life? No, or was it the previous attack?
I think it was the previous attack.
Oh.
And there is Otavara hitting the mystery card, which we once again did not manage to catch.
I may catch it in a
I see a Chord of Calling.
Mince and Bull, and
Could be.
the threat card is
Now here is Chord of Calling
for 2.
going for 1. No, 2, you're right. It's Chord of Calling for 2.
Convoked by
Yeah,
5 creatures.
convoked by just 5 creatures, which, you know, there is a force of negation.
Okay.
Now
Lukáš
hitting
has just pure gas.
he has all the
preventing
answers. He has
threat
all the
after
answers.
threat.
But remember, there is still a lot of creatures on Jan's side of the table.
Lukáš is losing life, and the Slimefoot is getting on.
Absolutely.
So unless something happens,
Lukáš managed to stick
Urza.
Urza. Yeah, that's Urza Lord
Fetching
High. I
and
wasn't
ignore
sure
Urza,
what it is. Yeah,
Especially
Urza Lord High Artificer.
which I just said that is perfect answer to Slimefoot, because
Absolutely.
you got 1 foil that doesn't kill the Slimefoot but blocks it totally safely.
Which is fantastic.
yeah,
Yeah, you
not
don't have to be
not for
scared.
Jan, though.
Yeah, but it's fantastic. Well, not for me and for me rooting for Jan, but still, it's fantastic for Lukáš
I
to
will speak too
deal with
loud,
that.
but there is still the Lazated Core option for sacrificing Slimefoot and putting it in play along with the Keen Eye guy.
Yeah,
Raccoon.
it could help, but I'm
There is something else
I'm not
going on.
100% sure if that's the line that Jan has to follow.
The Lukáš is stopped, so Minsk and Boo.
Now I see, and I believe that's either
and Boo.
that's Minsk and Boo,
As I saw in
Boo
this
coming
hand
in,
previously, and if it resolves,
and it does.
you are pretty happy, right?
Now I am happy as Jan's fan right now, but we can also see the fact that Minsk and Boo is starting to tick up, and there is a lot of pressure coming
The-
Lukáš's way.
The construct token is for 4.
It is
thanks
a
to the
4/4.
blue tokens, but the Minsk and Boo is definitely a huge threat. There is notably a Sprawling plus the Burst of Paradise as a blocker for when Minsk
Yeah.
would be pressured on the other side.
That's a questing beast.
It
The creature we were not sure about, it's a secret layer print of questing beast. Now,
lots of text on that one.
Now, if you are bored, you want to read a novel, read the text on this card, and you will still forget something.
Yeah, you got 3 ability word and 3 additional lightning text. So
Absolutely. It's a novel. It's a nice novel. Though I'm not sure if it
And
could hit the
the
table
Questing
now.
Beast is also a really nice option once the Tamyo gets flipped.
Absolutely. You
hit
can just go face and,
And Tamyo
scoop
at
the
the same time.
Tamyo.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now we will see how Lukáš chooses to block this quite strong attack, honestly, because only one of the creatures can be killed. It's probably going to be either Slimefoot or Boo. We don't really know which one he'll choose.
3 mana available for the Slimefoot, so
Still a lot of
it is not a
options.
threat. It is not a threat of immediate
Yeah.
resurrection.
Right,
of him.
but it's not like a free block. There can
Yeah.
still be some lightning bolts or other
We
things
saw
coming in.
Slimefoot players using the Simian and Elvish Spirit Guides, so that might be come in as price,
Absolutely,
like further messing up the board state.
absolutely.
Because there is a really tough situation. You don't want to trade your token for the Boo token.
Yes.
Because that comes back right away with vengeance. You don't want to kill Slimefoot as well.
Right.
Do you just
if
block?
you-
Do you just block Supralink?
But
and
if you
take
kill the
7,
Boo-
8, 9 in the face?
You're right, but if you kill the Boo token, you can at least reset it. It will not be a 6/6, so you can manage to
but you
block
lose
it
your
every
token.
single.
Because it's
Well,
4/4.
in this
It's a
case,
trade.
you don't lose it.
Yeah, it's 4/4 versus 4/4.
Well, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
the Boo
the
is
big-
a 4/4.
the big three might confuse
yeah,
you,
the
but
big three
it's just the
confused
counters.
me. It's a 4/4. You're right.
And that's
And there is a brazen borrower coming in.
petty thieving by tapping the clue token.
Yes,
using that for
exactly.
mana.
He tapped the clues thanks to the ability of Urza, Lord High
Slightly missed
Artificer.
today, so
Now,
the
that's a
tokens-
nice combination.
We saw Lukáš as being tapped out, but there
Yes.
was the 3 interesting looking clue tokens. That meant
Which were
that
mana,
he had
basically.
3 mana available.
Absolutely. And now,
And nothing else from the Jan side. I
Which
believe he
is
has,
interesting.
one card, I think.
Yeah.
And also Slimefoot bit the dust here. So he's
but he's in the bin.
Yep.
Noticeably, he's in the bin, so
ready
he'll
to
probably come
use
back.
one of the super links to bring back his raccoon friend.
Absolutely. Like, you can see that Lukash is not at a very healthy and nice life total, and he can't really stop the Minsk. He can't really stop it
Let's
and
see
kill
if he
it.
finds some kind of answer. But
We will see.
until he gets something to deal with the Planeswalker, he is about to lose.
Yes.
Not now, not in a turn or maybe two, but sometimes because
We will see about
if you spend your cards dealing with the token, you're just dealing the inevitable.
Absolutely. No, yeah, there was just the place
Yeah.
change for the Brazen Borrower.
For clarification,
Yeah, just it's on adventure, so it can be played at instant speed as well. But I'm not really sure how impactful it will be right away. Though remember the clue tokens.
President Borrower.
Yes, but the clue tokens are mana,
Yep.
which is crazy.
And cards.
And cards as well, so he
Everything.
can just use
One of them was sacrificed. I
Yes,
believe.
exactly. He tapped like
Two of them.
the other, yeah.
Tap the or sacrifice the tap one.
That's right, and sacrificed one of the tap
Tamyo
ones.
goes in,
Just to make another clue.
and it's attacking player or the Planeswalker. That is the question.
That's the riveting question.
Well,
Although this means that there will be no attempt on Lukash's side to deal with Minsk and Boo on board.
well, not by attacking, but the attacks are not so impactful.
I
because
know.
He has 1/4 and 4/4 now again.
Well, there could have been the attempt to attack with the 4/4,
Yeah, but
it
you are
would just be
facing with 9 life
right.
opponent's
Right.
place, including Minsk and Boo and the Questing Beast we know about.
Absolutely, we know about the questing beast.
Okay, Tamyo gets flipped, which is a reasonable choice.
It is a
considering
very good choice.
there is so many 1/1
Exactly.
tokens on the side. Let's see if it helps or help him stay in the game.
I think that Lukash is getting to the spot where he's quite close to stabilizing, at least in a way.
He has like 5 mana. Now
Yeah,
available.
he's got
I don't know how many cards.
Yeah,
but,
we don't know
those
about the number of cards at hand,
should be
but
correct.
he
But the
can
Tamyo is
do
not that
a lot.
fast, though. And
Right.
since you have still the option of reanimating the Slimefoot, and Lukash presumably doesn't have an immediate answer, the Slimefoot will not let the Tamyo flip.
It's true. He will be fighting a lot to stop the Tamyo, especially with those Boo tokens.
Because if Lukash wins this game, it is game over. And
Right,
the tournament is won,
absolutely,
and Lukash
absolutely.
is the
will be the champion. Yeah. Just to remind our viewers, the winner of this round will be crowned, let's say, the champion of Prague and the champion of Czech Republic when it comes to the dual commander.
We see Grist hit the bin somehow, which is huge because you reanimated the Squee, and
You can get the Grist back because it's a creature, right?
everywhere but in the battlefield.
I think there was a fetch to surveillance.
Yeah.
Next to the swamp there is a surveillance and there was a fetch
That
incident.
was a huge hit.
Absolutely, the Grist is a
Because
huge hit.
You don't need to solve the problem with attacking the Tamyo.
Absolutely.
You can kill it right away.
Yes.
And
Or potentially you can just get rid of the 4/4 blocker and just hit the red zone and try to finish the game completely.
not that Jan has that much problems with the Minsk Boo token.
Yeah,
Back
now
in
he will
business.
attempt to reanimate via the Slimefoot and Squee and getting
This
the
is going to be
Grist.
pivotal moment. If
Now, we
Lukash
will
has answer for
see.
that, the game is heavily in his favor.
Remember, it's an activated ability, so he needs some stifle effect or potentially Tishana's Tidebinder, which we saw in Lukash's build. But
He definitely
does
feels
he
the spot.
have it? That's the question.
That is a huge one.
Absolutely.
He also has the opportunity to, in some edge cases, use the Urza to
He could just spin the wheel basically and try to
pray
find
for something.
the answer.
And I swear, if this game the finals of this 7-4 round tournament be decided by blind flip.
Just a
into
Hail
starry
Mary
effect.
I would
in
love that.
response,
I would love that.
I would lose my stuff.
Well, I would
No,
honestly
it
love
resolves.
that.
Okay.
It was,
Oof.
yeah, it did resolve.
As much as I want to go home eventually, I would love to have a game 3 just because
Because
it is an
the
amazing
finals are fantastic, and I really love to see the best of the best decks.
and we don't have mirror match.
That's right, it's not a mirror. Now, Gris going down and
But on
attempting
Urza.
to kill Urza, the Lord High
Yeah,
Artificer.
he with all those closed tokens, he presents to be much more of a threat, perhaps, because Tamyo, you have 3 more turns to solve it,
Absolutely.
but Urza gives you a huge mana advantage every single turn.
Now, Gris the Hunger Tide does give you the option to kill creature or planeswalker.
By sacrificing your-
but sacrificing your
Which,
one of your
yeah,
you don't really
has
care, you've got
plenty,
so
so-
many. But the important thing in this case is that when you kill the Urza, you basically get rid of the option, as you said, use the tokens, and
You
also
basically stuff the 4 mana out.
right, and you can't spin the wheel anymore. Well, it was not spun one time, but I would have loved that. Just let's see if there is something.
No, and now the attack look much better, but still, I don't think since Slimefoot cannot attack, there is no attacking going on.
I don't think that
of the creatures
Boo
are-
wants to attack.
Yeah, the hamster is still too scared.
But
It lost its power.
Yeah, but honestly, if there is no more bounce effect probably, and Boo will just grow.
Not many-
Although there is the Brazen Borrower to fight back those planeswalkers,
No.
and it was
Flare of
just
Malice.
swiftly
Healing.
dealt with via the Malice.
Yeah.
The Flare of Malice.
Killing highest cost among creatures.
Exactly.
And planeswalkers.
And he used once again Squee to cast it for free.
You wait. Yeah, if you respond to the Brazen Borrower, you get to kill Tamyo because
Absolutely.
other than that, because Tamyo
Absolutely.
has 1 mana cost, thanks to the presence of the token, which is 0, and before Brazen Borrower, which Lukáš was tapped out. So usual, most likely no answer for that. And we
Yes.
see that the Tamyo was killed.
That was a very sharp play because the high value target in this case is the flipped Tamyo.
Let's be real here. That was a top deck.
Well,
It was
yeah,
a very good top deck in the
but
situation.
still, it's a very sharp play,
Yes,
honestly,
yes.
to choose to target Tamyo and not the Brazen Borrower.
Well, after all, you have 19 life instead of 9. And the Tamyo ultimate is the biggest threat here.
Yes,
Even
absolutely.
if it's 3 turns away.
And also,
Still.
do not forget that now all of those 1/1s on the side of Jan Hurt will be able to hit the red zone. And it's a small Mandork and some Sapperlings, but still, they can hurt.
And some not so small tokens in case of Boo.
Yeah, and remember that the Brazen Borrow is not really able to block anything.
We unfortunately can't see it because we have to zoom in the camera, but there is a Minscan Boo.
Yeah, here is still there. He's still. Don't
and
forget, next
he,
to
I
the
think, has
Sapperlings.
5 loyalty
I
coins, so
believe
he's out
so.
of reach of the Brazen Borrower.
But
which is
now there is an attempt to use the volatile Storm Drake to basically
there
exchange.
is Lasso Tap. Lasso
Boo.
Tap. Corey
And now
used to
exactly, he
sacrifice
just
all his
sacrifices the thing.
points. So no.
The ability just fizzles,
No,
right?
Potentially very important 4/4 with trample and haste.
Right,
That
yeah.
that could attack right away.
Absolutely, and I think that
Drake.
Lukáš would be able to just get rid of Minsk completely if this would resolve.
I think Jan would still have the option to block 2 damage, which would result. I think it's exactly 5.
Yeah,
you
and
are
it
correct.
should be at 5. Well, regardless, it would just turn him down quite a lot. Or,
No, because Jan would have the Drake that he would
That's
use it
true,
to block
that's true.
either Borrower and kill or the
You're
token.
right.
Yeah.
But still, there is the Minsk and Boo, we are right about that. And the fact that every single turn it basically gives you a 4/4 trample haste.
Yep.
It's just a crazy thing. And once you get to the end, you can just go to town with it.
Definitely one of the most
Probably one of the best cards in
powerful,
Jan lists. Yeah.
powerful card, and maybe second, third most powerful planeswalker.
Yeah, and now we are getting rid of the Grist.
Yeah.
which just died, and was a chump, probably to protect Minsk and Boo.
Yeah.
Of course, that's right. It's a 4 mana. That was just the arena errata. Now, as we said correctly, it is on 5 loyalty.
Get it out of here.
And now we shall see.
Yeah, cracking blue as a slight side or sign of a desperation play.
Yeah, I don't really know how many options Lukáš has.
9 life is not that low, considering he just dealt with 1 and 2 threat on the
Yeah,
table.
there was the grist that
But there
got
is still
away.
1 soul subrolling token online. There is questing beast in hand, and Jan still have options. And mostly he still has the Minsk.
Right,
which
so
he has
there will
to,
be a
with some
4/4.
pressure, either kills a Brazen Borrower, draws card, extra card, which is not that bad of a play,
Absolutely.
honestly, or just another 4/4 trample.
And now here is Snap
Oh.
hitting the sapling. I just wanted to say, remember,
Wow.
the fact that it died, meaning the grist, did not really mean much for Jan, because he could have just put it
Reanimate,
back
yeah.
with the Slimefoot,
now-
but now there is no
Out of-
option.
Out of
Out of
tokens.
saplings. Now, I'm not really sure how big of a support Jan has for saplings. Remember, there is still the questing beast
Yep.
in Jan's hand,
Depending whatever.
and we will see what Jan chooses to do with the Minsk and Boo. He could potentially just...
Shoot and kill the Brazen Borrower with
That
throwing card.
would be the option, but he's just going up on the value with questing
And
beast.
to finish the game.
And
Oh,
Goblin
Amazing
Bombardiers,
card.
yes. And
Broadside Bombardiers.
there is one attempt to draw a card by Lukáš, and a
Yeah.
scoop coming from Lukáš.
That was a little attack.
fantastic. That was a fantastic play on Jan Hurt's side.
such a close match. Even
Absolutely.
Jan was in forward,
Absolutely.
like right from the start. Started properly this time with
Right.
1 turn mana dork.
Yeah.
Turned to it was Slimefoot, right?
Yeah, exactly. Turn to Slimefoot. It was very fast, but I
Into,
thought that Lukáš will stabilize.
Into Tamyo, into
Right.
only Tamyo and tap 1 land.
Exactly.
So that's-
But I thought that Lukáš basically managed to stabilize, but it was not the case.
Yeah, it was looking like it throughout some of the turns when the Tamyo was flipped and Jan's Slimefoot got dealt with for the first
Right.
time. And there was something countered.
Yeah, definitely something. Well, a lot of things got countered. You're absolutely right about that. We are playing with Tamyo, but just to show you the power of the broadside bombardiers, this card is a doozy. Honestly, it's got haste, it's got menace, and the boast can basically take a creature and yoink it at your opponent's face.
And
Right
2
after
mana,
combat.
2 damage extra.
Yeah, which means there was the questing beast, which presents 6 damage coming into Lukáš's face. Loads and loads of damage.
Yeah. Pretty important. There was some blockers. There was the Warloston Drake and the Construct token, which after sacrificing some of the glue tokens wasn't not really big, but it still didn't matter.
Absolutely.
The broadside bombardiers have a menace also.
They
not
don't-
even
they
haste.
don't care.
So they get into the red zone.
They survive and then they
Jan
use the
was
ability.
hitting for 10 in total, and that was before the broadside bombardiers.
That's right, before the
And
bombardiers.
also the questing beast. I'm not sure, but I think the construct token after sucking the last clue was only 2/2.
It was
which
maybe
means
too small.
It can block the questing beast.
Right, so there was a lot of damage coming from Jan. Now we can see Jan quite promptly mulliganing. I only saw Elvish Mystic or maybe Llanowar Elves, not much
not-
else.
not-
Maybe not enough
Not
lands.
enough lands. Yeah.
Or even the right colors. And as we mentioned, and we were discussing here with some of our interviewees, was the fact that Slimefoot and Squee can be a little problematic when it comes to specific color.
Yeah.
Because a lot of those mana dorks create only green,
Yeah.
and you need 3 different colors on the second
Gosh,
turn.
looks like he's keeping 7.
It looks like Lukáš is going to keep a hand of 7, and Jan,
That is going to be tough for Jan because
especially because
Even-
Lukáš is on a play.
yep, even if he goes first, or like no, even if Jan Lukáš goes first, he just plays Tamyo. And even
Right.
if you have the correct, the best play basically, or best starter with Mana Dork into Slimefoot on turn 2, you are casting turn 2 Slimefoot into
Yeah.
open 2 mana on side of
Now,
the
on side of Jan, we can see the Wild Growth, which is a nice start for a first land. Also, Prismatic Vista and other options, so it's potentially going to resolve Slimefoot Squee on turn 2.
What is
if
going
he-
to be crucial, in my opinion, is whether the
Command
Slimefoot
Tower
player-
and
yeah,
Wild
the Slimefoot player has an interaction for Tamyo.
Absolutely.
If Tamyo lives, makes the clue token,
Yeah.
and starts drawing cards and sticks, then the Jan is in trouble.
And here comes the scary part. You can just try it.
Only
Okay.
Okay.
Just second clue token.
No
Maybe
answer?
digging in for a free answer.
Well, you are like
I saw
fast forwarding kind of.
Force of negation. Sorry, force of will
Oh my
there.
God. It was the draw, or
It was not the draw, but it was in the hand. So he just drew
Yeah.
another card to
it
have
makes
more
sense.
choices.
If Slimefoot is tapped out, he cannot have anything else.
Right.
And you want to have the most information available. And if
Absolutely.
you know that you are totally wanting to sacrifice the clue, you
Yeah.
sacrifice the clue first in order to have as many cards as possible, as many information possible, to know which card to pitch, which was
Suspend.
Suspend, yes.
Which was probably not the best option in this case. No.
Suspend can help save
It
the
can.
Tamyo in a pinch.
But I'm not really sure if that is the card that Lukáš wanted. That's
Well,
why he exiled it.
Frankly, if Lukáš doesn't let anything resolve, he doesn't need to exile.
Exactly. And I think that will probably be the gameplay from Lukáš, just to not allow Jan to resolve anything.
Yeah, and depending on what Lukáš has,
Now we will see if Lukáš misses the land drop. That's also an option. So Gitaxium Pro.
I'm afraid there is going to be a fast flip.
We might see a flip of
He is
Tamyo.
a single.
And when I look at
token sacrificed.
when I look at the hand of Jan, I see 3 lands.
And I saw Flare of Malice, which is a great card because it takes care of Tamyo.
And Elvis Spirit Guide.
No.
There is basically
there is
no
no-
threats in this hand.
Well, the Slimefoot doesn't need necessarily to put some threats into
I
play
know.
because they would get countered, but he needs to have an answer. He has an answer of some sorts, but a bit awkward one because he needs either 4 mana or Slimefoot in play,
Absolutely.
and he has neither in this situation.
At least he can try to go for the Slimefoot Squee next turn. There is an option. But
Okay.
there is just a strong
Tarmogoyf
start. Yeah, Tarmogoyf and a Soul Guy Lantern.
Meaning
So
the Lukáš
Lukáš will try
has
to hit the red zone.
has both plans online, either be down and flipping Tamyo and going for the ultimate.
Honestly, by the looks of the hand that Jan presented to us, there is nothing that Lukáš needs to be scared about.
Well, the Lukáš is tapped. He played his Force of Will. There is some contention of just playing land, Excellence Guide, and Slime.
I think that's the best option for
or
Jan
just
right
for mana
now.
and wait a bit and then try to get the value from
I think
the
you have to
flare.
use it. You have
In
to
this
use the
situation,
option.
the Flare of Malice turns off basically one of the game plans,
Mm-hmm.
either by beat down and it is tough because this only hits Ramgoyf this situation, but Tamyo is still in play, and thanks to the Lantern, it can get flipped quite easily. Next turn.
Yes, exactly. Now Goeth is just a 2/3 right now because there is a land in Jan's graveyard and a Gitaxium graveyard.
Goifito.
And now here is
yeah.
Slimefoot Squee going through actually, which is
the-
interesting to
We have
see.
no idea what is the draw for Jan after the probe reveals the hand
Absolutely.
for us, but as we see, the Slimefoot on 5 mana is probably the best course of action.
Absolutely. And now let's imagine, the Goif is only a 2/3, but you need only one more, basically one more type of permanent in graveyard
Can be done
for
at
it.
instant speed, thanks to
Just like
Lantern.
that. And there is Urza, Lord High Artificer, coming down, which actually allows Lukash to have access right away to 4 mana, thanks to the passive ability to tap artifacts.
It mostly enables or uses Lukash be on the right way to victory for
Absolutely,
this game.
absolutely.
Because we have a decider of the final. Of
Yeah, the
our
winner
tournament.
of this round is basically the winner
It
and the
looks-
king of Czech Republic when it comes to dual commander. Of course, he is our champion
Yes,
then.
and it looks so strong for Lukash.
Absolutely. Now here is a brave attack with Slimefoot and Squee. Now Lukash is deciding whether or not to block.
Not really brave. It is just an attempt to make the additional token because
You're right.
I think you, no matter what happens, still wanna fire the flare of Malice,
Absolutely.
returning Slimefoot and try to get the game back that way, but there's still so many options.
I think
no,
he-
you can't because there's the lantern. So
But I
even that
think
plan
he
is solved.
can get into Lukash's head. You can see that Lukash does not really want to block. He's thinking about it. Yes, he decides to block.
No, I don't think he just not blocking, but he, putting
Well,
the
it was
graveyard.
understandable. Now here is the flare of malice being
And-
cast.
and we saw non-verbally he puts it in the graveyard, or
Yeah,
no,
it
it is
just-
just resolving.
Yeah, it is still on the stack. We will see if it resolves.
Let's see.
It would notably get rid of Urza Lord High Artificer, which I think Lukash really wants to keep on his side of board. He's tapping those 2 clue tokens to draw another card, maybe to dig deeper for an answer.
Or some better answer that you already
Yeah,
asked.
but he really needs a counterspell. Like, Jan still has a lot of mana open, so no mana leaks, no force spikes are available.
Solving
So-
Urza again is just solving one of the
Yeah, he's
issues.
cracking the guile to draw a card. No, to exile a graveyard?
Exile a graveyard.
Exiling graveyard,
Yeah,
okay.
because Slimefoot is back in the command zone.
But the flare resolved, which means that Urza Lord High Artificer is gone from the table.
And now the Jan faces Tamyo and
Regardless, there is
construct token, which is not that big, and a Tamyo Goif.
well, the token will grow, and the Goif is already 4/5.
Yeah.
I know there are the sapling tokens, but I think Jan will also soon enough run out of creatures to put in front of these
Yes.
bigger and bigger boys.
And like completely disregarding the construct or the Tamyo Goif, the worst thing on the Lukash's table is still the Tamyo, because it provides you
Absolutely.
with the continuous stream of card advantage. And Jan, unless he has 2 good plays this turn, means that Lukash is just going to have an interaction for the rest of the game. Most
Absolutely.
likely.
And also remember, every single time Tamyo attacks, the Urza token grows.
Yeah.
And it
Unless
can
you get-
really get out of hand quite quickly. Now it's just a 2/2 basically, but it can grow very quickly.
Jan now has the 2 supplying tokens. Slimefoot is not really an option. Might come out next turn. Yeah, it was just a pass.
Yeah, I don't really want to predict, but I
just
feel that
couldn't have
the
anything.
game is running away from Jan at brisk speed.
Well, that usually happens if you just draw lands. and
Absolutely.
you have
And
such
we've
a
seen
big draw.
too many lands in his hands.
One land, one.
There is
unknown
one
card.
land and one mystery card, but
If there
and
is
there is
a really-
Nadu
okay.
coming down.
Not many powerful cards. on
Yeah, well, there
Lukash's
is no
table, so-
Shuko. We did the Shuko check a long time ago, but still, it's a powerful card, and also notably another beater. Jan's life total is going down. Is down to 10 life.
Yeah. So the beatdown plan is in the game
It's
for Lukash.
very much possible for Lukash just to.
We are
well,
facing a lethal attack next turn.
yeah, there will be
There
need to
are
block.
those, supplying tokens, of course.
But I'm not sure how long can Jan keep this up and just be able to try and
This
try
track
and
to
try.
be full of powerful threats. But
Another
we just see another
Yeah,
cast of
another
Slimefoot.
cast of Slimefoot and Squee. I would say quite a desperate move, but it seems to be resolving.
It's a powerful card, but
Yes.
for 7 mana,
Right, for 7
you
mana,
don't have anything else
it's
better to
not,
play.
it's not the
That's
best
tough.
thing. And I think Luka just let it resolve and fetches for Hedge Maze just to
Or fetches
surveil.
respawn.
We'll see, we'll see. It looks like the token already came in.
Okay, sorry.
But I'm not really sure if that was just at hastiness on the side of Jan. We will see. Now here's the resolving of the fetch, and then there will be the surveil trigger from the Hedge Maze. So here's the surveil. Jace
the
the
Mind
Mind Sculptor, keeping that on top. And
Yeah.
yes, it
Slimefoot
did resolve.
Not presenting much of a threat though.
But there is the Jace.
No creatures in the yard either.
Right.
On the outside, so Slimefoot cannot.
And he's just going in.
Yep.
No
Beat
fuss,
down
no
plan is
fuss,
the goal.
just a beat down. Now, notably, the construct is a 4/4.
Yep.
Nadu is a 3/4, which can't be really blocked, really. Goif is a 5/6. He has to just chomp those two and take 3 from Nadu, going down to 6. And then now Jay's the Mind Sculptor.
Another really powerful card
And
going in.
he just brainstorms. He just looks for more answers. He just has
Flipping
more
Tamyo,
and more
getting-
and flipping
In
Tamyo.
case some kind of those creatures get answered,
Absolutely.
you get the Tamyo plan go.
He will just make it grow, and then next turn he can just easily get rid of get something back. And here is the witness
Legitimate.
protection, and
Yeah, Tamyo, the
and that's
okay,
it.
we get the
That
champion.
is the game, ladies and gentlemen. We have the champion, Lukáš Bluhan. Now, congratulations to the Tamyo. I'm a little sad, just a bit.
And Nadu
but-
did much work
Nadu did a lot of work.
before.
But still, we can't deny the fact that Lukáš really managed to get through the whole day
I really
very
like the
nicely.
witness protection at the last spell. Like, okay, you
Yeah,
you
yeah.
decide
It was
already.
absolutely fantastic.
Such a weak performance from the draw of Jan, like getting land after land.
It was
Nothing
very
better to
unfortunate,
play.
you must say. It's absolutely true.
Disheartening to see in
Mm.
the last match. The 2 other games was pretty good, but the third one, the Jan deck should perform slightly better to
Yeah,
give us
absolutely.
the board of fight at least.
Absolutely. Now, we will just take the winner here for a quick interview and then let him live through the night and celebrate the fact that he just became the champion.
Okay.
Okay, now, Lukáš, we have you back.
Welcome back.
You returned, but you returned as a champion. Fantastic
Congratulations.
work. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Fantastic. We love the performance. Now, let's talk about the last game. It was fantastic. We loved the way that you managed.
the last game wasn't much of a game. Like,
Well, yeah, the last. I mean, like the match.
last match. Okay. Yeah, last match it was quite interesting. Or I mean, yeah, it was something. Like the second game was pretty interesting. Like I was behind the whole game.
Absolutely.
And like his draws were good, but I was like, it was like there was some way, but he played it well. So
We were also
Flip it, Tamyo.
thinking.
Yeah.
You comment the turning off the tokens in fights.
yeah, and it's like, but he had like the questing beast. He had the
And the
he had-
bombardiers, and yeah.
a lot of
Last
worry
one.
with the slime food. So like he had it all, but it was like if he didn't draw the bombardiers, maybe I had the mystic confluence, maybe I can bounce something, kill a play. I mean I was probably dead anyways, but like it was something in game 3, like I was in play and I just curved out creature force of will, creatures, and
Yeah.
he had like a lot of lands.
It was a bit unfortunate on Jan's side that he drew a lot of lands, as we've
Yeah.
seen, which
Yeah, I'm-
kind of resulted in
Yeah, I mean,
your win.
he had like second turn to Squee, and then I counter it so that he can't play it like next turn. But he had like Simeon Spirit Guy also, so he played it next turn. But
Yeah.
but other than that, he didn't have anything, and I had like
Yeah.
Tamyo, Goif, Urza, and he didn't have any
Yeah.
support anymore.
Urza showed a lot of strength in this matchup, like absolutely. Because honestly, Urza was fantastic in this match, and you could just draw and use the clues to crack themselves.
Yeah,
It was
it's
fantastic.
I think it's actually at its best in this matchup.
Yeah.
Because the thing with Tameo, usually you crack the clues and you don't have that much artifacts, or they can counter it or something. But here, you attack with Tameo, but you need to interact with your spells, so you can't crack clues. So you have clues staying there. So when Urza comes into play, it makes a huge creature. You get a lot of mana, and they can't counter it.
Absolutely.
So like it does it all. All like Urza's strengths are great here.
The clues pay for themselves.
Yeah.
And you have a 1/4 that nicely blocks the squeak.
Yeah, exactly. And like the best part about clues is you don't need to tap them to sacrifice them.
Absolutely.
Like food tokens have it, clues don't. It's I don't know why, but it's just it's just a benefit.
Lukasz, once again, fantastic performance. Now, we would like to congratulate you, and also you'll be giving a trophy as the winner. We hope that, the green screen does not really cooperate. Let's see. You'll see just some of it.
Camera doesn't like
Yeah,
it.
camera does not
I
like
need
it,
to,
but
like,
it
put it
likes it
like-
when you
Yeah,
have it.
yeah.
That's it.
Once you
Congratulations.
it shows better.
Fantastic performance, Lukasz. And now the night is yours. Celebrations all the way.
Oh, not really.
Yeah, maybe sleep as well.
Yeah, maybe sleep.
It's after a long, long day, we must
Yeah.
say, but it was a fantastic performance on your end. So once again, congratulations. Great games we've seen. Even 2 games we've seen from you on feature match, and I love that we saw the final one here.
Almost free.
I think it was even
Yeah,
three.
it was free. Like
Yeah, you're right. But we had you here twice.
yeah, that.
Bunch of games.
All right. Fantastic performance. Now, thank you very much, Lukasz. And
Yeah.
thank you, everyone, for watching the Dual Commander stream we had here
Especially staying that late.
and staying up that late with us and actually listening to our rumblings and mumblings all the way throughout the day. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank
and
you.
we hope to see you another time.
Yes.
Also, and see Lukasz return and maybe continue to fight for the championship title.
Next time.
Next time.
Let's go.
See you guys.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Goodbye. Good night.